Moving on now, the police is now in the eye of the storm over credibility issue regarding the case of the murdered Masters of Business Administration MBA student of Obafemi Awolowo University, Timothy Oludare Adegoke, at Hilton Hotel in Ile-Ife, Osun State. The family of the deceased, through their lawyer Kayode Ajulo, are asking questions. They have urged the Nigerian Police to declare Raheem Adedoyin, the son of the owner of the hotel, Raheem Adedoyin, wanted for his alleged role in the murder case. This is when I read that story, particularly the guy coming from Abuja, left his family, still communicated with his wife. By the time he got to the airport, spoke with his wife, and the next day, I don't know, for whatever. Now, let's say, I'm just putting it like this. Anything that happened to him in his room, let's say he died a natural death, but what is the business of anybody going to bury him in a hurry?
Exactly. That makes everything so suspect. You know, in this country, we need to value lives. We need to value lives. People can't just die for nothing. And then we are doing the investigation. We are already, the way the police is going about it, it's looking like, well, people are beginning to lose confidence in the police. For example, how would a suspect be doing an audio recording?
I listened to that audio recording.
Exactly. How would he be doing an audio recording?
Carefully, it took his time.
He said he did it
before his arrest. But I know that police said
before they came for him.
Probe it. But so anyway, the truth of the matter is that justice must be done. The investigation must be done very, very clearly. Why would you? Okay, if you didn't kill the person, let's say the person died in the hotel room. I mean, you are running that facility, that business, and then somebody died in the room, and then the next thing is you organize for the burial. Is he a, what do you call them again? Is he the John Doe? He has family. You didn't do anything to him. So that already makes you a suspect.
I know, that's why they are in custody.
Exactly, and the investigation should be well done, and let's see how it goes.
Because the version of this story is saying the son of the owner of the hotel was actually around, and maybe it might be culpable. But a lot of people are even saying that, look, they went to the website of their school, and every video that his son was spotted that has been taken down. Now a lot of people will say, where is this Raheem Adedoyin?
Well, Rahman, not Raheem is the father.
Sorry,
all that we can do is appeal to the police to do a diligent work.
To bungle it.
Let the police make us proud. I believe that the Nigerian police is capable of doing a good job. Let Nigerians be able to say, look, this is our police, we are proud of this police. You understand? The autopsy has been done. We don't know whether this was murder. The autopsy will show us if it was murder. Those saying murder, they have no evidence. It is the autopsy that will determine how he died. We've seen people die in their sleep inside the hotel. I lost a friend in Borno State. A former editor with yes, you know, he died in his sleep. I think he tripped. It must have been a case of cardiac arrest. Now, but when someone loses his life inside your facility, inside your hotel, you have no right to dispose of the remains of the person.
We are saying
it's not the first time that people will die. You know, this as a tabloid editor in those days, we used to get a lot of those reports. You know, maybe somebody brought a woman, you know, into an hotel, and the man died. They will say, oh, after sex romp. Maybe they had not even had sex when it happened. This cardiac arrest, you can just push somebody this way. Just push somebody and it will fall. We've seen even individuals exchanging words. One tried to raise their hands and then he went down. Cardiac arrest. because a lot of our people don't even check their
blood
health status
blood
and all that. So you have blood
pressure.
pressure issues, you are not bothered about it, even you don't care about your diet. There are things that you shouldn't eat, you know. So I'm not saying, I'm not foreclosing any possibility, and I don't want to come here and say certain things that the autopsy will not validate. It will make me look stupid at the end of the day, because this is an autopsy that all stakeholders were present, from the family, the police and all that. So before everyone, they did it. So whatever report, whatever the findings of, whatever constitutes the findings of the medical personnel that handled the autopsy, we know that it has to be the truth, because it was done in the presence of other stakeholders critical to the resolution of this matter. Now, what the police has to establish is, what is the motive behind disposing of someone's remains? Some people have said, oh, that certain organs from his body were taken away. But the autopsy will show us. You know, we as journalists, we are not supposed to be rumor mongers. Let the autopsy show whether indeed he cut his throat or all of those things that were. But it is bad enough that somebody dies in an hotel, instead of calling the police to say, look, we just opened the door. This guy didn't come out on time. We opened the door and found that he had died. Instead of doing that, you then found a way to dispose his remains. I mean, it's not done. Whichever way,
automatically,
yes, it raises the suspicion of foul play. You know, and
against the owner,
even
that is an offense.
Of course, no matter the outcome of the autopsy, somebody has got to explain
has to answer
what
for it.
business they had disposing the remains of an hotel guest illegally. And you know, it reminds me of what happened, the ST soap.
Okay.
You know, the owner of ST soap that time was also involved in something like this. The man was accused of ritual killing. No one is saying this one is a case of ritual killing, but that was what happened back then. We were at the news magazine. We did the story. You know, invariably ST is dead. The guy who was who killed the kid, the school kid, has been sentenced to death. One Ghanaian who was involved ran away. But in the end, ST died a few years back. So even that matter, we did not really get to the root of that matter. Or matters like this are sometimes complicated for our police to handle. I don't know why. I'm monitoring even Chidima's matter. You know, there was
even subsequent
that one too. That one, we are desperate to see the police cover itself in glory. We want to see the police, we want to be patient with the police in the hope that the police will do a very good, a very decent job, because that's the only way that Nigerians can have faith in their police.
I have a lawyer, Tony. Oh, we lost connection with Tony. Okay, we'll try to get in touch with Tony Daniel, the lawyer that will join us. Ultimately, when you look at things like this, because this is like a hotel with an international franchise, a lot of people will feel that, look, that place should be safe enough for anybody to go, and he left his wife, left his aged parent, and I don't know, I'm so confused.
Absolutely. If it was a brothel, we would say, okay, that's the way it is. Yeah. We probably would even say maybe the man went to patronize. The people could bring up patronize commercial sex, or people start bringing all sorts of things. But this is,
if people die easily and their corpses get disposed flippantly at protests, nobody will be going to protests.
I'm telling you.
So protests are more places that are people patronizing.
Exactly. Now, my question is this: if truly this Rahman, the son of the Mr. Dr. Adedoyin, both of them are doctors, also Dr. Rahman. If actually he is at large and he ran away, why?
They must get him.
They must get him. If actually he ran away,
if they want to get him, they get him.
Yes, they must get him. He must come to. He must. There are questions
they
for
need to
him
ask him questions
to answer. Why would you run again? Let's not speculate too much because we're not there. And so why would you
I have
run?
the lawyer now. Tony Daniel, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yes, can you shed light into this, the death of this Timothy Oludare Adegoke and at Hilton Hotel in Ile-Ife? What are the complexity involved?
Yes, like you rightly said, we've been hearing different versions of the matter. And in a criminal palace, even if you are caught red-handed, the law presumes that you are innocent until your guilt is established by a court of competent jurisdiction. But having said that, and without prejudice to the investigation the police is presently conducting into that matter, I want to say that there are certain facts that have not been controverted or that all rumor or information seem to have agreed on. One, that Timothy, that is the disease, lodged in that hotel on the 5th of November. On the 6th, he was declared wanted. On the 7th, there was denial that he didn't lodge there. Subsequently, the hotel staff admitted that he lodged there when some money that was paid was transferred to a private account. There is no doubt that the owner of the hotel is the popular Chief Adedoyin, and the disease was assumed from the ground. That means he was buried. Naturally, the people that buried him are likely to be the people from the hotel. So a murder case, I think to some extent, has been established. And then the family don't need to fold their hands. While I appreciate what the lawyer is trying, their family lawyer is trying to do, let me quickly advise that there is no grandstanding here. You should, they have a right to ask for their own autopsy. They have a right to bring their own doctor to investigate the body of the disease. So you don't need to leave it to the police alone. And then the police, we know that they are handicapped in terms of logistics and expertise in certain areas. The Inspector General Police will say, take action. You forget that to take action, you need vehicles, you need weapons, you need all sorts of things, you need intelligence. You need to also sometimes pay for information. So it's unfortunate. The death was too gruesome, and it's really painful. You know, looking at it sentimentally, you can imagine what the widow will be going through. But again, this brings me to the issue of the private investigation that we've always been talking about in this country. You know, so whenever there is a big VIP involved in a criminal matter, no matter how serious it is, there is this fear on the part of the public that the police is likely to compromise. But sometimes when the facts are so glaring, it will be difficult to compromise. How will you compromise? Will you say that somebody did not die? Will you say the person did not die in the hotel? Was he killed and brought to the hotel? If he died in the hotel, the doctrine of last seen, who are the people that last saw him? They are the primary suspects. And the owner of the hotel is also a suspect. I don't know, because in criminal matter, there's nothing like vicarious liability where you say an agent is guilty of what the principal has done. If there's evidence to connect in any way the owner of the hotel to the incident, then he will be, you know, indicted. But if there is no evidence, if it is just that he's the owner of the hotel, that is not enough in a criminal matter. It's not enough. If his manager goes to kill and he's not aware, he's not involved, he didn't send the manager goes for it, That is, but if there's anything to show, like I'm hearing rumor that the son was involved in the burial of the disease, without making a case for, I'm just trying to play a balanced and objective analysis of the issues, please. So my position should not be misconstrued. But is the son working in the hotel, and was it there when the disease died or was killed?
Tony, let me ask you this question. Why is it that in our country murder cases are so difficult to crack? There are so many unsolved murders. Because the Ile-Ife murder is just an example. Why is this so difficult in our country to get to the root of murders?
I will give you another example, and I've been almost the only right activist talking about this. A serving commissioner of police was killed in Enugu. He was commissioner of police SFU. He was transferred to Kwara State. He was traced to his hometown and he was assassinated. Nobody has been arrested up till now. Now, the problem is, one, interest. If the government is interested in getting to the root of the matter, I am telling you, they will get there. They will make provision for logistics and all that. Then you will ask yourself, just like rightly said, Ile-Ife, a serving Attorney General of the Federation, up till now, we've not been able to get any headway as to the persons responsible for the assassination of Ile-Ife. The problem we have is that the Inspector General of the Police, every successive Inspector General of the Police continually pay lip services to upgrading the police. I appreciate the limits of the police. They are least paid. You compare the salary of police to even civil defense. The civil defense receives higher. And then the police, the money that provided, little money, don't get to the divisions, to do their job. They have to beg complainants and suspects to get money to even buy the papers to write statements. It's as bad as that. But if you watch when Nigerian police go outside the country for peacekeeping, they sell. Because where you work with almost nothing and you have everything available, you perform. So it will take a sincere president to stand his ground. Look at the NSAS. I don't want to go into the report of the inquiry. Not too comfortable with the fact that they didn't take note of the sufferings of the police and what the police suffered during that incident. I saw videos of how policemen were being kicked too and all that. Anyway, I haven't said all this. The president promised during NSAS that he was going to upgrade police welfare conditions, salaries, and all that. But nothing has happened up till now, So they have their limits. So if we establish, look at the EFCC, they perform very well because they have the wherewithal, they have the logistics, they have the vehicles. They don't need to wait for your own money to investigate you. They have the access to go to the bank and check your account, get a court order easily. They have the lawyers. But the Nigerian police, that is supposed to be the mother of civil security outfits in the country, they are underfunded, they are malnourished, they don't have logistics. So they have a lot of limits in investigating, So if we roll out the private investigation law properly, that will allow private persons to investigate, you will see that though it might be expensive to get them to investigate, but they will perform very well because they will be able to gather intelligence, they'll be able to get to root of matters, they'll be able to find out the truth. They are going to be working hand in hand with the police, so which means if they are likely to provide the logistics that will enable the police aid them in their private investigation. So that is, I think, the problem we have with the Nigerian police. But I believe very strongly that it's better. Yes.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution.
So
probably this is an ongoing issue, and we're going to stay on it because the Chidinma case actually now with interest.
It's getting more interesting. Yes,
it's getting more interesting.
Especially with the testimony of the
laptop.
Yes, who said that
how much the laptop was sold and everything, how the laptop was sold,
and
days after.
Yes, and she made sure that the transaction was done via the bank. So she actually transferred from money from her account into the guy's account, which leaves a trail.
Yes.
When you go through the bank, it leaves a trail. So the guy said, look, when they buy things like that,
they have
made sure,
procedures.
yes, you fill a form, and then at the end of the day, they can have evidence that, look, it was from you that we bought it. And when he presented his case, they didn't have to lock him up and all that.
Yes. Yeah. So because gradually now they are nailing.
People are seeing, evidence now. You know, because initially there were people who were saying all kinds of nasty things, especially about the dead, trying to blame the dead for what happened. But we are seeing now that those guys appear to be working together. You know, because how do you go to dispose the man's laptop and you claim that that the laptop was given to you as a gift?
And he even had his passport.
Yes.
So the mother of this.
That's why sometimes patients, you know, people were attacking the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, accusing him of trying to compromise the matter. But we have not seen any evidence that Kim Odumosu is trying to compromise this matter. Rather, we are now seeing some very interesting revelations.
Timothy Oludare Adegoke to not be swept under the carpet for any reason, because a lot of people will say, oh, the man behind this thing, as in the owner of the hotel, is rich, and with the rich people you can't know with Nigerian police.
This is why the police must do their own work very well. Again, we've seen very serious murder cases that turned out to be the accused person being allowed to go. Sometimes it's not because the court is convinced that the defendant is innocent. It is because the prosecution has not proved this case beyond reasonable doubt. And it is better to let the guilty go free than to punish the innocent. So
we have death penalties.
Exactly. So that's why we are urging the police to do a very thorough job.
Unravel the mystery behind.
Exactly.
Okay.